What is good, Tesla family? It's your boy Ray J back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the one and only Tesla. I'm going to be talking about what on earth is going on with Tesla, what are the latest updates. I'm going to talk about the latest pieces of news affecting the overall market and Elon Musk as well. And I'm going to end the video by talking about some news about Tesla and what Elon Musk just put on his Twitter, which is very, very good for Tesla. Now, before I do get started and talk about Tesla and what you should be looking out for the short-term future, I do have to mention a couple of things. First off, I'm not a financial legal or taxation expert, so don't take this as financial legal or taxation advice. Everything in this video is solely for entertainment purposes only. And also, if you guys can, please smash that like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, but benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link in the description. If you guys do sign up for Moomoo, you're going to get up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500. So with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So we do know that Tesla dropped about 6.42% during the open hours on Friday, but the entire market was bloody red. Crypto is currently dropping by some margin right now. So we're just seeing red, red, red everywhere. And I just want to talk about what is going on with the market. I want to talk about the pieces of news that just came out. And I want to give you guys a bit of an update on that as well. So look at this right over here. On Friday, we saw that there was more turbulence for the market because there are still some concerns about the Omicron variant and what the Fed's next steps are, especially as they are accelerating on the tapering. And this does lead to some concerns about institutional money being pumped into these bonds and some money being driven out of the stock market. So there is some, how should I say, uncertainty about how this is going to play out. Now, that's kind of how we were left off on Friday. So, what's been going on recently? Well, if you look at this, the media is still going insane over this Omicron variant. And right now, I could just say we don't truly know how serious this really is, if in my opinion. But the media is just going insane. They just keep on talking about more and more cases, and it looks like the media is not stopping just yet. And this is the reason why, if you look at the fear and greed index, basically people became extremely fearful. I would say around the middle of the week when the market started dropping like crazy. But by Friday, it kind of eased up just a little bit, but it still is at like extremely fearful mode. So the reason why I'm talking about this is affecting the overall market, and the market is not on the verge of capitulation just yet. We could see a little bit more downside for the SPY and the NASDAQ, and that also includes Tesla. So here's the important thing I need to note. And this is why I'm not scared about what's going to happen to Tesla, because I told you guys I'm very, very bullish. But there are important things to look at for the short term as well. Not only is our economy not in the best state, but Elon Musk has some tax obligations out there. And he did recently sell more Tesla shares. In total, since November 8th, he sold about $10.9 billion worth of Tesla shares. It's almost 11 billion. Now, if you look at this other CNBC article, which came out a couple of weeks ago, it says that Elon Musk, his tax bill is probably going to be around 15 billion. So right now he sold about $11 billion from it, or at least from Tesla shares. So he's very, very close to hitting the full demand. So my point is, and I know this is uncomfortable, but I have to be honest. Elon Musk could sell a little bit more Tesla shares. And I know that Tesla, the buyers, the investors, they tend to not respond the way they did. Because when he first did this, there was just a very emotional crash that happened. And right now, people are basically becoming more and more and more. I would say it's becoming normalized, so to speak. So it's not necessarily as bad, but this is something that's going to bring Tesla's price down inevitably, just a little bit. But here's the thing I want to let you guys know about Tesla. Tesla's basically, it could drop a little bit more, but it's not the end. It's not going to crash. There's a difference between that, in my opinion, and I'm going to show you exactly why. So let me bring up a Fibonacci retracement. We're going to start off from down here and go all the way up. And I basically want to let you guys know that if I actually start from, let me start at a totally different point. Let me start from the 546. There we go. Look at these levels of support and resistance from the Fibonacci. We can see that Tesla has that strong support at around 1,000. Now, do I think this is going to hold? My answer to that is it could still hold. However, if we don't necessarily, hold at that level, the support is also going to be at around 980, around the 980s, somewhere around there. So we do have support right there. So we may even drop a little bit lower than that, but I'm just putting it out there that this is something that you have to look out for. It's not necessarily Tesla's fault. Tesla as a company is not doing things wrong to cause this. They're actually doing almost everything right, from the new factories to the expansion to their new, robo taxi. I mean, everything's just crushing it. But the state of the economy, Elon Musk having tax obligations, these are things out of Tesla's control. Tesla is not setting tax prices. This is our government. These are other bills that are coming out. So this is why, as a Tesla investor, for the short term, you should be prepared for it to test these levels of support. However, guys, I do have good pieces of news for you. And that is Tesla is not a dead cat. Okay, it's not. Look at this right over here. This is just one example, one easy way to look at it. Look at the orders of Fidelity as of like the last trading day. You can see that the second most traded stock on the US stock exchange, or at least the US markets in total, would be Tesla. It was number two. And if you look at how many buy to sell orders there were, 75% of orders were buy orders. My point is, there are still millions and millions of people all over the world who are still going to keep on buying Tesla even as it drops. There's still going to be investors and institutional investors and maybe even some hedge funds out there that are going to keep on buying Tesla no matter how much it keeps dropping to, because people see the value in this company. And I believe we may not be on a the verge of capitulation. The market may not recover like overnight, but when we start recovering, this thing is going to explode right back up to the upside quite easily. I mean, I'm not too scared, so to speak, but I like I said before, not all companies are going to be green 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 every single day. Let me bring up something else that's very significant. Look at the SPY. Okay, this is the S&P 500. If I show you guys the 5-year charts, and I know this is kind of easy for a lot of people, but look, there was a lot of green over the long run, but there were some short moments where it dropped. You guys see that? There's a lot of green again, then it drops, then there's green, then it drops. Once again, more green. We might see it drop again, but eventually it's going to recover, and then we're going to see all-time highs again for the SPY. That's what I anticipate. But the reason I'm showing you guys this is because this is just like how Tesla is. The SPY is very similar to Tesla. This thing is going to drop a little bit in the short term. Yeah, it could happen. It's already happening right now. And this is not, once again, Tesla's fault. It's because of the overall state of the market. And then it's going to recover very, very fast. So I just want you guys to be very, very, very prepared for that. So this is not Tesla's fault, like I said, because if you look at other pieces of news out there, we can see that they're just doing so many things right. Look at what Electrek is reporting. Tesla pushes for a new full self-driving beta update with improved object detection. Once again, another good piece of news. I mean, there's just good news coming left and right for this company. They're just absolutely crushing it. They're a monster, okay? And another thing that I do want to tell you guys, or at least something that I do anticipate, is that Tesla could be looked at as sort of like a hedge for the market, even though it does tend to have a positive beta. So when we see these good pieces of news, Tesla could be dropping, 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 but then it's going to gain much, much, much stronger support, and it's not going to crash as much or like the way the overall market will. I do see this thing maybe dropping a little bit here and there, but the more it drops, the stronger its support gets. And that's a little bit different from the overall market, because I know that this thing has the power to run. I know this thing is going to explode again. We're kind of like in a paused mode right now. And to me, I'm not scared because I know that eventually we're going to see all-time highs. I know this thing's eventually going to break two, three, four, $5,000 a share, especially after pieces of news like this. So Elon Musk put this on his Twitter. If you guys look at his Twitter, you can see that he liked this. And it states that Tesla opens its first showroom in Puerto Rico. Let's go, guys! And it's continuing its global expansion. So, like I told you guys, when you invest in a company, you have to look at the fundamentals. And based off its fundamentals, Tesla, in my opinion, is just absolutely crushing it. I mean, they've done, like I said, basically nothing wrong. It's just the overall market that's bringing it down. So, with that said and done, guys, I want you guys to be prepared. Being calm, cool, and collected, and do not let your emotions get the best of you if you do see a little bit more of a pullback, because this is also fueled it's fueled by the media. The media is playing a big role in this too. The news that's coming out, what the Fed is doing, all these things are playing a role. But the more it dips, guys, the more I'm going to be prepared to get very good deals on Tesla shares, because I know eventually we're going to have a lot of upside. I just can't promise you any specific dates because of what the media is reporting, because of what the Fed is doing. But eventually it's going to recover. It's going to be very strong, a very, very vertical, strong, and crazy recovery. I believe all-time highs will come again for Tesla if you just give it some time. And once again, do not give up. Do not let your emotions get the best of you. So with that said, guys, thank you for listening. No, my predictions are not always going to be perfect, because there's no telling what the news is going to report. Maybe this whole Omicron variant will like disappear in a couple of weeks. Maybe, I don't really know that. But as of right now, based off how the trend is continuing, the downside could still come. But that doesn't matter to me because I'm still convicted in Tesla. I know this thing is going to the moon. So thank you. Have a great weekend, guys. I really hope you all take care and never ever give up because this is not the end for Tesla. I believe all time highs will come again, and we're going to see this thing absolutely explode in the long term future. Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.